All right, PC2 discussion number 8 concerning your call to the scene of a bicycle crash during your Rapidus scene. Size up, you see a young patient lying on his side next to a bicycle. He's conscious. You see he's not wearing a helmet. Bystanders tell you the cyclist struck the curb and immediately fell to the pavement. So the patient wants to get up. Will you let him? Why or why not? I wouldn't let him get up. I'd have him just hold on a second. We're going to go ahead and hold C-spine until I can do kind of a quick assessment to see what's going on with him. You're going to be concerned with possible spinal injuries, what caused him to wreck. You don't really know what's leading up to it. As you begin your assessment, a bystander tells you that the cyclist had been unconscious at this time. What's your general impression? What else should you ask the bystander about the situation? I'm going to be concerned about possible head trauma. How long was he unconscious? Did anybody see him go unconscious? Did they see the wreck? How fast was he going? And how did he land? Did he land on his head? Did he land on his neck? Does anybody see that? And does anybody around here know him? Is anybody familiar? Is this a guy who usually rides his bike around here and people see him? That type of thing. And the bystanders tell you that just before the bicycle struck the curb, the cyclist was acting quote-unquote strange. He was riding in front of traffic and weaving across the center line. Now what's your impression? So, is he intoxicated? Is he homeless and he's out drinking and riding his bike around, and that's because that's all he has to do? Was he having a seizure? Did he have an altered mental status? Is he diabetic? Is he hypoglycemic? That type of thing. Anything that could have caused him to be acting irrationally. Is he on drugs? I guess I'd say intoxication. My impression is could he have been unconscious whenever he wrecked? Was he riding around and then lost consciousness and wrecked and landed on his head, or what happened? So that's kind of my next go-to, is to kind of assess those things. As you conduct your assessment, you note a hematoma on the patient's forehead, but see no other signs of injury. His vital signs are stable, but his Glasgow Coma scale score is 10 or 14. Should you transport? Why or why not? Yes, you're going to transport. He also obviously has a head injury. Just because you can't see anything outside of the hematoma on the outside doesn't mean that there's not possible injuries inside, especially since, depending upon what answers you got from the bystanders, we don't really know exactly what happened to him. He did lose consciousness, which means he does have some sort of possible interior head injury. But he's also still altered, which is why I would definitely transport. If he lost consciousness and he's still altered, he's not a straight up 15, we're going to have him transported to see what's going on. I can't leave him altered on scene. So.